So Jojo's been going through a tough time and it feels like she's given up. She disappeared for a month, even baiting it out on a t-shirt. It's always about her, isn't it? She dropped a new song with absolutely no promo, and it's genuinely worse than what you're expecting. She's broken up with a girlfriend in a shock move, and the usual terribleness from her. I think Jojo Siwa can't be bothered. So hello everyone, welcome or welcome back. I'm Jake Baz, and today we're going to be talking about the former Danceman star and the yassified builder Jojo Siwa. Since the rebrand, we've had nothing but absolute calamity from Jojo, being generally an annoying eyesore. Also going on the Talk To Her podcast, which in my opinion should be mandatory life imprisonment. And now we're here where she's supposedly disappeared from everything. And the reasons why she's disappeared are actually quite surprising. Only to return with her weirdly promoted and terrible song, Iced Coffee. We have a lot to go through here, so if you enjoy the video at any point, please do hit the like button and subscribe if you're not. I would love to see you back. I've got a lot more on Jojo and also these type of characters like Jojo, so yeah, what you doing? Subscribe. So first I thought we'd go over Jojo's song, Iced Coffee, because it came out on Friday and there has been a lot of reception and none of it seems to be really good, to be honest. Such as this one here where it says, I regret saying we needed more lesbian representation in music. Maybe we do need a bit more representation in that front, but it could be done by much better people. Obviously I can't play the song because Jojo Siwa's company will come and attack me, but I'll give you a little snippet. Who'd have guessed the song would be somewhat about, like, some sexual reference? I mean, she's definitely not afraid to say that she's lesbian, and she's probably only said that about once or twice in her life, hasn't she? I've also seen a lot more people talk about Jojo by saying that she is defining her entire personality around her sexual orientation. And when she's such a large creator, and she's also such a large clown as well now, it is making a lot of the LGBTQ community turn away from her. Been a couple of years now, and I've seen loads of stuff on it, so I think we get the point, Jojo. And as you can imagine, the lyrics from this new Jojo Siwa song are absolutely brilliant, as expected. And I thought, instead of torturing you with the whole song, we just have a look at a couple of snippets of it. I just noticed as well, even Genius are cooking her with this start of this thing, going, wake up in the morning, let's go. With one of the contributors saying, I'd rather you not. Even Genius contributors are giving up with her. Then also got, you can flip me over like a fresh pillow. Surely if it's fresh, you don't need to flip it over because it's already clean on that side. I thought the entire point was that you flip it over when it's a bit dirty. No? Both sides are the same, so I'm not sure where she's going at there. Then we got, we underneath the sheets, getting sweet and low, shooting espresso, cinnamon, French toast. Ugh. Ugh, indeed. Yeah, that is a brilliant innuendo that I've never heard before. And it stinks. Anyone noticed as well, this is about iced coffee, you know, and espresso. Not like this summer there's been a really famous song that has dropped around a certain coffee by a certain Carpenter. I don't know. I've never heard of that before. Then I'll be getting Lucky Charms when I taste your rainbow. Take a sip, hello, make it drip, hello. Ugh. I be getting Lucky Charms when... when I taste your rainbow. That is absolutely brilliant. That is what I'm going to be saying the next time I do anything like that. Also, I like to think in this sort of analogy that the Lucky Charms is actually referring to the cereal. With her childish persona once in the past, maybe that's the entire point. She's having a nice, healthy breakfast. God, it's grim. I need you like, iced coffee. First thing in the morning, working in the afternoon. I need you like, iced coffee. What a chorus. Well, everyone get up and clap. She's managed to make a sexual relationship like iced coffee. An analogy that has not been used any time in the recent past with Sabrina Carpenter. I didn't realise as well how much Genius commenters are actually cooking her. French pressed up against my chest. Oh, oui, oui. Jojo Siwa refers back to your European heritage. Earlier this year, she was considering representing Poland for Eurovision, ignoring the fact that she's American, doesn't have a Polish citizenship, and no one in Poland wants to visit her. And we did talk about this actually. She did end up going to Poland because of one of her songs that was kind of like a European theme, and it's ended up not getting picked up in the charts, but it was meant to be like some sort of big like brand thing because people in Poland started listening to it. The most outrageous comment here is they like the way you're grinding my bean. Oh, we get it, Jojo. We get it. That is one of the worst sentences that I've ever seen it. You get it? Coffee bean, bean, bean. Oh, she might be the best lyricist of our generation. Move aside, because Kendrick Lamar dropped on Friday. Move aside, Kendrick. You're nothing compared to her. But I think the fact that no one's actually trying to deep the lyrics of genius tells you how genius this songwriting actually is. But yeah, the entire point of this really does boil down to her having a sexual relationship with someone that she really likes, which, I mean, it's never been done before in music, but every single, like, pop chart song is kind of like that anyway, so I don't really hate her for this, but I do think it's terrible songwriting, and I do think actually listening to the song, it is a very generic sort of pop song again, so Jojo Siwa is just trying to not break the mold like she says that she wants to all the time, she's just homogenizing into it, but she definitely is busy and struggling on time, and that's where our sponsor for today's video, Factor, comes in. Factor takes the stress out of meal planning and sets you up for success. You can skip the grocery stores and supermarkets, prep work and cooking fatigue. Instead, get chef-crafted, dietitian-approved meals delivered straight to your door. As well as with over 35 meals to choose from over the course of a week, which even include for dietary requirements, such as keto, calorie smart, vegan, veggie, and even more. When things do get hectic, Factor is very flexible. You can change your order up every week with plans going from 4 to 18 meals, as well as pausing or rescheduling your deliveries anytime. Genuinely skip the overpriced takeout trap, because Factor is not only cheaper, it's also way more delicious, with restaurant quality meals being delivered straight to your door. They're also quicker, being ready to heat and eat within 2 minutes, which only means more time for you. And not only that, you can get 50% off and free shipping on your first Factor box using my link. To try it out, click my link in the description or scan the QR code with your phone now. Thank you, Factor, for sponsoring today's video. But I do think that the lyrics do sound a lot like she's copying an exact same reference as Sabrina Carpenter in some form of, like, shameless rip-off. But unfortunately, Jojo Siwa does not have the beats to be on a level with Sabrina Carpenter. And that's also what a lot of other people thought, because as you can see with this Capital article, Jojo Siwa divides fans after copying Sabrina Carpenter's espresso with new song Iced Coffee. Because honestly, it really does have to be the method, in my opinion. I feel like that's the only reason that she's gone for this iced coffee sort of metaphor. She can't do espresso, so she'll do an iced coffee instead, because Starbucks, everyone goes to Starbucks, don't they? Once again, Jojo, we know that is your personality. With someone saying, how did she simultaneously make the funniest lyric I ever heard whilst also copying espresso? And that's the thing with Jojo, like, love her or hate her, she does cook. She cooks with quite a few of this stuff. And she is very good with rage bait, and that led quite a few people, such as here, to question the actual everything going on. Like, is this actually just intentionally a terrible song again? Jojo Siwa was a master in rage bait. Like, she really disappeared and came back with a thematic rip-off of espresso during Sabrina Carpenter's peak popularity. She knew that people would hop on the hate train so quick. Also, the entire song has pretty generic lyrics except for the grind bit, which of course she's been teasing. And it's working, this girl stays rich. And yeah, she can stay rich all she wants, but does it stop the morality of what she's doing? No. Does it make it any good for her fans? Of course not. This is just going to turn people away again, because she's just making a joke out of everything that she does. Like, she really wants to be a serious music singer, producer, that sort of thing. Well, why are you doing this sort of shite? And you could say she's laughing all the way to the bank, and she does the exact same, but who cares? Like, this is a short-term thing. It's not going to be long, especially when you're acting like you're doing it. Especially when she's constantly doing all of these different promotions and things. She really needs to look at how long this is going to last. But with this iced coffee, it makes it even weirder with everything that was surrounding her around this situation, because she kind of just disappeared for a month. She posted this video just 2 days ago on her TikTok, which was the first TikTok that she has posted in over a month, flexing her new song. Not gonna lie, it's kind of a bop. I'm sure it is, Jojo. But yeah, she did literally nothing else. The only other things that you can see is her changing her profile photos on social media to this new single. And why do you think? Why did she disappear? Why were people questioning if she disappeared or not? Well, it's because of the Beyonce moment at the awards show, which I don't know if you all saw, but at the Dance Industry Awards, she made a joke, which I thought she was being serious. And it really landed flat, and since then she just kind of disappeared. I think it was a massive PR disaster for her. If you don't remember it, it's this one here.
Giving me all of it, but they've given me a lot of it. Say that. I also have to say thank you to Beyonce, just so that way we keep the dance community safe. Oh. Everybody, Beyonce, you got great music. We all love to dance to it. We all love you. Anyways, I am up here tonight.
Yeah, thank you, Beyonce, for keeping dancers safe. There's definitely nothing going on at the moment with Beyonce and Jay-Z around a certain stain. As you could tell, the audience went absolutely silent, and you can only wonder why. Genuinely, at first, I thought this was a serious, intentional thing for her to thank Beyonce in a literal sense, but it turns out, and I'm pretty sure it is, it's all just a joke. So she was actually playing into the joke of that Steen stuff. Like, do you know when they're talking about trafficking children? Yeah. Keeping dancers safe? Yeah, definitely. What a weird time joke. And also not something that you want to be laughing about at a Dance Industry Awards whilst she's there. And with all these bigwigs that were surrounding her as well, I can only think it only went one way. And this definitely led a lot of people to question where she'd actually gone. With posts like this on social media saying Jojo Siwa goes missing after mocking Beyonce, it really became a thought of like, well, has she actually disappeared purely because of that? And well, no, it was a very intentional PR thing that she's done. And I don't know why she's done it. It don't really add anything to it. It doesn't really add to the mystique. I would have thought seriously it's because she was getting dogged on that much on social media, but maybe I'm wrong. But she was still reposting things on social media. She was also spotted at certain places such as this event here where obviously she's becoming part of the show because someone's filming her. Yeah, definitely no one's looking at you. 1,000,000% just trying to steal the show. Look at me, I'm a dancer too. And people were actually starting to get worried for her, but it turned out this was just to promote the new song in some weird way. Maybe she'd seen the way other creators have done this and thought, I can try and hide away from the cameras for a couple of weeks and then I'll get a load of articles from it. But there also was another big reason as to why she disappeared, which I'll get into in a second. But she was actually spotted outside just a couple of days before posting her new song, making a point out of being there. I don't know why she's got about 47 power banks there. What is she actually doing? No, seriously, what is she actually doing? What is the need to have this many power banks with you? And they're all bright orange, so I can only imagine it's just the, hey, look at me, the attention sort of thing. And also, with what she's wearing, it makes it even more annoying. Because she was spotted wearing this shirt saying, missing last seen on October 8th, 2024, with her phone number on it, which I'm not ringing that. Obviously just proving that this entire thing was just for the PR, which who'd have guessed? Who'd have guessed? No one saw that coming. And also wearing her most stereotypical terrible outfits of all time of what she can wear with them speckled pants, which just really are jarring, and that gold bucket hat. Just trying to stand out as much as she can. It's unlike JoJo to wear anything obnoxious in it to get attention. That's the first. It is just jarring, but what's new for Jojo Siwa? Also, I'm not really sure where the October the 8th comes into it because she was actually spotted the day after, making an appearance at the Gala of Stars event the following day. So like, why has she just chosen this random day? I feel like she just tried to push it back just a little bit to make a point about the fact that it was on this day where she made that quip that she's just disappeared. But there is more of a somber reason as to why she's actually disappeared. It's because she's ended up having a breakup, which I guess no one except absolutely everyone that had looked around her knew it would come in. Jojo Siwa and Dakayla Wilson break up after 3 months after taking their relationship public. We have gone our separate ways, but she is an amazing girl. I'll cover a couple of the bits afterwards, but this line does really seem to be like a PR response from her, because she's stapled that across a lot of the stuff. I don't think she wants to get into the nitty gritty, even though she says that she wants to talk about being open about her relationships, which is a little bit contradictory. It does seem to be a little bit mutual, I think. We have got our separate ways, but she is an amazing girl, and I got my own fun holiday plans, and I know that she's got her family plans that she's spent the holidays with. I'm happy for her. And although that no breakup is actually good in the majority of cases, I do think that this one was probably for the best, you know, because it had red flags written all over it, and it was really weirding me out. Because some of the things that she was explaining and saying around the relationship just 1 month ago, after they'd only been together for about 3 months at that point, was genuinely astounding to me. I really did scream of like a massive red flag. I've covered some of them, but I'll show you a couple now.
You know, you also did say that the next person that you wanted to be with, because your motherhood is imminent for you. Like,
Yes.
this is something that you really
Super.
want. That person that you're with has to also be on board.
Yes.
How does she feel about it?
She's on board. Obviously, we're both very young, and
Of course,
she's
yeah.
even younger than I am. She's just about to turn 19. And so I told her, like, I always bring up the Freddie, Eddie, and Teddy conversation, like, right away in a relationship. Because not in the sense of, like, hey, so, like, just so you know, I'm ready to have kids. Mm-hmm. But, like, it'll be something soft. We'll be in Target. I'm like, oh, man, I can't wait to have kids. Like, 3 more years. And just see what the reaction.
Looks absolutely brilliant in hindsight, innit? She seems absolutely stoked to have children, seeing as she's just disappeared. When I went through this as well, I did say that this is odd because it is kind of pushing it onto this Dakayla Wilson. When they've only been together for 3 months, pushing kids down the throats by going out in public and saying, I'm having a kid soon, I'm having a kid soon, I'm having a kid soon. It's really gonna, extenuate these problems. You're kind of forcing her into having it, so no wonder she backed off. Also, another just weird note from this one. She said Dakayla Wilson had just recently turned 19. She was 18 when this actually came out. Not when this was recorded, the interview, but when it came out, which is even worse. Like, I don't know why she's lying about her age. Maybe to make sure that she seems a bit more mature. But just what a weird thing to lie about. But I also do wonder as well if there is something to do with this kids part, which really did end up breaking them up. Because, as I said, she's been gone for a month, and it happened about 3 weeks ago. So it really kind of seems like it, doesn't it?
I told her, I remember we had a conversation. This was like right before we were like serious. And I was like, look, I do want you to know, like, I really am falling for you. I was like, but I also want you to know, like, I have a super strong maternal instinct and I really want kids and I want to do young life with kids.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't care if that means that I have a baby and later in life you adopt. I don't care if that means that I have a baby and you don't adopt. I don't care if that means we have a baby together. I was like, but like, in less than 5 years, I do want to have a baby in my life.
Also going against herself because she said that she wants one really young and as soon as possible, and then say within 5 years, which isn't that's 2 totally different time frames, Jojo. Just remember as well that this interview is 2 weeks before they broke up.
She's a dancer, so she has a big dance career ahead of her. She does want to carry children. Okay. I definitely don't want to carry children. Okay. But if she's down at the time when we decide that we're ready, I would go for it, girl.
She's the best.
Do your thing. Like, here's your egg. Have fun.
To note as well, here's your egg. Like, that is just so typical Jojo, innit? If we're having a kid because I want a kid, I'm not gonna carry it because I'm a super famous, amazing person. You've got a dance career as well, but meh. So if we're gonna have a natural birth as opposed to, getting an adoption, well, you're gonna have my egg, not your eggs, not yours. Like, that's clearly just really like it has to be my child. And fair enough, some people have that opinion, but it seems that she's just saying that as like this is all about me. Which I'm sure is another reason why Dakayla Wilson kind of got sick of her, because everything is about Jojo. Jojo has said that she wants to be open with her relationship, and obviously it's not turned out well. But I think going to the point of like forcing this sort of stuff down people's throats, I do find that odd. Also, I've said in multiple videos, it did seem like her first love. It really did. Dakayla is an 18-year-old. Well, she's 19 now, but she was 18 at the time and all the way through the relationship up until the end. And Jojo is 21, and Jojo has said that she's not had like a proper relationship apart from this one, which lasted 4 months. And Dakayla definitely hasn't had a long-term one because she's literally only 18, so it did just stink of it. And talking all this lovey-dovey and saying that we're going to have kids soon and stuff, it really is. It's short-term introspection. On the Talk to Her podcast, Jojo did say that she wasted 60 grand on a date once, which is just insane. And she also doubled it up with Dakayla Wilson about a week before they broke up. Just last month, the couple seemed to be doing fine during a chat with E! News at the Gala of Stars Award on October the 9th, in which they discussed spending Dakayla's upcoming birthday together in Hawaii, a celebration that Jojo revealed she'd spent $30,000 on to make sure it was the perfect day. Must have been perfect. I mean, it's lasted that long. But 30 grand. I know she had money to splash. I know that she was madly in love with her, but that is a lot of money to say that you hadn't even been together for a year. But I guess she's just got money to spunk, hasn't she? She's a super famous multimillionaire. And as we talked about, everything's only going well for her at the moment. Jojo did respond to this, saying, but look, it's not about the money, it's about the person, it's about the time and things you do and the experience. Yeah, it is about the person. So if you're breaking up over like 2 weeks later. It's not really that important, is it? She also ghosted, said she and her then girlfriend were very madly in love. She's a very, very special girl. I'm very lucky to have her in my life. Was very lucky to have her in her life. But this adds another thing, and I think this is only going to bring up more conspiracy theories about how this entire thing unfolded because, well, yeah, they're so madly in love. There was so much talk about how well they're getting on. There were so many, like, posts. There were so many interviews where she said that she's just madly in love. And then within, like, 2 weeks of these interviews, they've broken up. They've disappeared. Like, how do they have such a blow off top? To me, I was getting an inkling that it was a bit of a red flag. Especially because of how the relationship actually came together in the first place, because it was a bit of a calamity. Because both Dakayla Wilson and also Jojo's previous ex, Madison Rouge Alvarado, were both on Dancing with the Stars Season 3, in which Jojo was a presenter for that show. Jojo, post the Season 3 finale, was seen doing shots at Disneyland with this Madison Rouge Alvarado, this girl here. And they were together for about a month, and then she went and got with Dakayla Wilson, who was also on the same show. So it felt like she was just picking and choosing at which contestant she wanted to be with. I mean, after all, she's the famous superstar, amazing, brilliant person that is Jojo Siwa. When Jojo and Dakayla officially came out, they did a release video where it was like, so I have a girlfriend, in that it wasn't meant to come out anywhere, it just kind of did, which really confuses me because why is a camera shoved in the face while they're doing it?
So I have a girlfriend.
We were saying, I gave Wilson the look like, it's okay, you could say it, and then we were videoing it and we were like, you know what, it's public. Like, just a massive lie. Like, just a massive, like, there's no way. They had a camera shoved in your face and you had everyone around you while you two were at the front. Like, it's so obvious. As well, with this interview, Jojo Siwa feels very comfortable with Dakayla Wilson. Is not seeming like a very good interview anymore, is it? Only 3 weeks ago. And she also had a bit of an awkward moment with an interviewer when he didn't know that they had broken up and he asked her about it.
Can I ask you one question? Why is it important for you, as someone who's been so public your whole life, to like share a private relationship like this?
I mean, look, let me first say Dakayla is an amazing girl. She's truly super special. We have gone our own ways, which is totally okay. It does happen.
He must have lost his mind there and not had a clue what to do from it. I also think she would have been a little bit insulted by that no one's actually caught up with the stuff because this was like a day before. Surely he's read the news. Surely he's woken up and read the Jojo Siwa news to see that they're not together anymore. What a mean guy. And another thing that I saw that was actually hilarious is that Jojo was pulled over by the FBI as like some TV series skit, like it was a prank, and she thought it was so stupidly real. It really did confuse me as to what's actually going on behind the scenes of her.
I think we're getting pulled over.
Oh.
You guys tell me your names?
Yeah, my name is Jojo, but legally Joelle.
Yeah. Is everything okay?
Can I call my boss?
Jojo Siwa was pulled over by a fake FBI and accused of wire fraud, credit card fraud, and even identity theft in a new prank.
Okay. And if you can say your full name, please?
Joelle Joni Siwa.
Okay. Is the information on here correct?
Look at how confused she is. She don't have a clue what's going on. She is definitely panicking. Also, what a crazy prank to pull. Like, what?
The date?
On there it should be, yeah.
All of that?
May have gained some pounds.
I'm sure you're concerned about what's going on. We have some allegations of wire fraud. Wire fraud, bank fraud, and also credit card fraud.
By cops on the roof of a parking structure and became so scared that she texted her mom their SOS code word Beyonce.
I'm shooken because like what's happening right now?
Yeah, no, I'm downtown at the alley. Where are you at?
What code word Beyonce as like an absolute calamity? That was the entire point of it, wasn't it? It was a joke. That was a joke. Surely not their actual code name is for something that's gone wrong. Is that? Nah, it can't be. Surely.
And the fake FBI made Jojo go and speak to the mystery woman.
Let's go talk to her and let's go to the table. I'm gonna talk to her. Come on, follow me.
Your name's Joelle, I take it.
What's your name?
Joelle, legally. Jojo, publicly.
How ironic. See? She stole my identity.
Didn't.
What the fuck is going on? She doesn't have a clue. She doesn't have a clue, bless her. How could she not tell, though? Like, this looks so fake. It really does. Like, it's so obviously fake. She didn't go in handcuffs. She went to see this random person in the middle of a street for interrogation. Like, come on. How are you believing this?
And this is when she really started to freak out.
I don't think getting in a helicopter with strangers is a good idea.
Once seated in the chopper, her family and friends ran up to the roof to reveal that it was all a big prank.
Squad! Oh my god, it's the whole squad!
I don't think I've ever seen someone call their family the whole squad. I think that's a bit of a weird one to me. But I won't lie, it does make me piss at how obvious it was all fake and how oblivious she was to it all. Just another series of Jojo Siwa just being a melt. Jojo still does surprise me with the way she acts. With her new song coming out, it's all of the same. It's another cheesy pop tune which has had espresso essentially nicked from it. Literally. And it probably is intentional rage bait for our attention. And does it get our attention? Yes. But I'll tell you what it doesn't do. It doesn't help her cause any further. She's currently in like a spiral where she's just doing worse and worse music, which is totally against what she wants. She wants to become this pop star. She wants to become this amazing person. And instead she's just turning herself into a classy rip-off of everyone else that she can get her hands on. And also the promotion for this was absolutely stupid, to just go silent and then pretend you're missing. Like, with what she's doing and how little attention she's actually getting in the charts for her actual music, it doesn't make sense to go quiet for a month and then just solo drop this and expect anything better. With her songs from the Karma EP, she was having to blast them all on social media, multiple sounds, multiple TikTok dances, everything that she can do for it to get promotion for it. And it still ended up syncing up. So is this an intentional rage bait? Is this just all a joke? What do you think? Let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed, please do, once again, hit the like button and subscribe for more. I've been Jake Baz, and I'll see you later. Take care.